everyone, I am Dr. Jenkins. Welcome to Bio 130, Concepts of Anatomy and Physiology Online. I just wanted to record a little video here to introduce myself, hello, but also to give you some of the basics of this online course and give you a couple tips for how to be successful. All right, so first off, this course is 100% online. So that means that the material will be delivered online, your weekly assignments will be completed online, and we do have a midterm and final exam, but those will also be online. So everything is online. Okay, so how's it going to work? Well, each week we will cover one or two chapters of material, one or two chapters, depending on the week, and then there will be 3 assignments due each week. Now, this first week of classes, there is nothing gradable due, okay? So this first week is just an opportunity for you to familiarize yourself with Blackboard, to become familiar with the course syllabus and how things work. Nothing due that's gradable this first week. There is a practice quiz you'll be able to take if you want to see what the online quizzes look like, but it's not worth any points, okay? So our material and our gradable assignments will actually start week 2. And then from then on out, each week we'll cover 1 to 2 chapters of material, and then there'll be 3 assignments due. So each week there will be a discussion board post due, and you are required to submit 1 discussion board post, but you're not required to necessarily respond to other students. You are more than welcome to make comments on other students, but I don't make it a requirement. Your discussion board post each week is due no later than each Thursday at midnight. Then there will be a critical thinking assignment, like a worksheet, and an online quiz. The critical thinking assignment and the online quiz are due to me no later than every Sunday at midnight. So it'll be the same schedule each week. Obviously, the content of the assignments will change, but which assignments are due when is the same throughout, starting in week 2 throughout. Discussion board is due no later than Thursday at midnight, and then the online quiz and the critical thinking assignment is due no later than Sunday at midnight. Now, maybe you've heard the news on the street about Dr. Jenkins. It's true, I do not take late work. I don't. So that means if you email me your critical thinking assignment at 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, but I don't get it in my inbox until 12:01 Monday morning, I'm not going to take it. So that means you probably want to try and hand things in earlier, especially with technology, right? Okay? Also, let's talk about the online quiz. You know, sometimes there are technical issues. Maybe Blackboard freezes, or maybe you temporarily lose internet access and then you get blocked out of the quiz. That happens sometimes, right? So my strong suggestion, I encourage you strongly, don't wait to the last minute to take that online quiz. If you wait until Sunday at 11 p.m. to take the online quiz, and then there's a technical problem, and you email me, hey, Dr. Jenkins, I got kicked out, can you reset the quiz? Well, chances are I'm not going to be checking my email on Sunday at 11 p.m., and I won't be able to reset it for you before the midnight deadline, right? So I encourage you to take the online quiz earlier in the week, or at least earlier in the weekend or earlier in the day on Sunday. I check my email as often as I can, folks. I certainly check it on weekends, on Sunday. I do my best to check it throughout the day, but that doesn't mean that I'm able to check it until 10 o'clock on Sunday night. So because of that, I encourage you to take the quiz earlier in the week, earlier in the weekend, or at least earlier in the day on Sunday. That way, if there is a technical problem, you send me an email. Hey, Dr. Jenkins, I got kicked out of the quiz. Can you reset it? and then I reset it for you, and you have time to retake it before the midnight deadline on Sunday. Now, all of that being said, I'm not a monster. If there is some type of extenuating circumstance, all I ask is that you communicate with me in a timely fashion. And then I will do my best to work with you. So if there's a death in the family, severe illness, something like that, if you communicate with me in a timely fashion, then I'll be happy to try and work with you. This doesn't mean something like, oh, I overslept or whatever. So it has to be something that's extenuating or excusable. But otherwise, I will not take late work, and I mean it. Okay, so in addition to those weekly assignments, you'll see that we have 3 case study assignments scattered throughout the semester. When you have, I think most often, when you have a when you have a case study assignment due, you will not have a critical thinking assignment. And that's, if I add an assignment, I take one away, so you still have the time to do it. Those case study assignments, I know that you're not doctors or whatever. I don't think you are. There isn't necessarily only one right answer. So for those case studies, I'm just looking for you to apply the information that we're learning and give an educated answer, right? But there's not necessarily only one right answer that I'm looking for. All right. Okay, what else can I talk about here? Textbook. I do have a textbook recommendation on the syllabus and on Blackboard. I do recommend that you have some kind of anatomy and physiology textbook. However, you can also find some resources online. OpenStax, OpenStax, OpenStax. They've got a free anatomy and physiology textbook that's been written by some very legitimate authors. So if you don't want to spend the money, you can use that free textbook on OpenStax. That's an option for you as well. All right, so how's the material going to work? So as I said, each week we'll be covering 1 to 2 chapters. And basically we're going to be going through the whole body, right? We start with some intro chapters, and then we're going to be going body system by body system, muscular system, skeletal system, nervous system, cardiovascular, etc. So what you'll see on Blackboard is, for each week, for those 1 to 2 chapters that we're covering, you will see a PowerPoint or PowerPoints, and then you'll see chapter outlines, which is a Word document that some students like to use to fill in notes. You will see a set of study questions to help you study, and then you will also see links to videos of me going through the material. I really suggest that you watch those videos. It'll be a link to a YouTube video. You won't see my face because I do it on my iPad, but you'll see the PowerPoint slides, and then I'm able to write on the PowerPoint slides and circle what's most important. Really, I encourage you to watch those. What I go over on those videos is what is most important for you to know. So it's well worth your time, and I really do my best to try and break down the material into what's most important. Okay? All right, cool. Let's see. Last thing I'm going to talk about is how to be successful. This is an online class, and we're not meeting at a certain time, right? I post the links to the lecture videos, and you watch them on your own schedule. Being that as it is, I really encourage people, if they're able to set aside time each week and almost treat it like it was an on-campus class. So let's say you look at your schedule for work or family or whatever other obligations you have, and let's say that you have free time Wednesday and Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. So I encourage you to make it a weekly routine. Every Wednesday and Friday from 4 to 6 p.m., that's my time to go over the material for Bio 130, Concepts of A&P. It's just an example, right? If I had to guess how many hours people would need to complete all the material, I don't know, 5 hours a week For some people more, for some people less. But it is going to take time for you to go through this material and complete the assignments. By setting aside time each week, I find that students are much more likely to have the time to go through it and do well on the assignments. Because the alternative is, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it the next day, and then before you know it, it's Sunday afternoon and you haven't done anything, right? And it's really difficult to do everything at once. So if you're able to set aside time each week, treat it like it was an on-campus class and set aside time that you will do the work, I think that's one way to really be successful. All right, everyone, welcome to Bio 130. I'm here if you have questions. All you have to do is ask, and let's get this semester started on the right foot.